Yeah, I went looking for frost along the Bow River and, well, I found it, right where I thought it would be. I also found a whole lot of geese. It's full-on winter now along the Bow River, and it really looks like it. Plenty of slushy ice flowing along, frost along the banks, but you know, it is awfully pretty. The Bow River, at least here just downstream from the city, it never really freezes over. It gets full of this slushy ice, but there's plenty of room for the ducks to go digging around looking for food. Same thing for the several bald eagles that spend the winter here along the river. With all those ducks and geese, there's plenty for them to eat. And of course, there's plenty for this guy too. He wasn't necessarily looking for the birds along the river, but just walking along listening and looking for mice and voles. I'm sure he found plenty of both. The bald eagle, he just took off and flew downstream, hoping he might have better luck there, I guess. The ducks and the geese, they pretty much ignored both of them. The eagles generally just pick off the weak and the lame, and the coyotes, well, they're not going to jump in that icy water to chase a duck. This porcupine I spotted high up in a tree on the far side of the river has nothing to worry about from either of them. Yeah, generally, even though it's cold, life is pretty good along the river. These golden eyes were popping up and down like corks, and while I was lying low on the ice trying to photograph them, I found these beautiful frost crystals. Nice and big and feathery. But it is a slightly different world down along the river once you leave the city limits. So I headed east to have a look. There's still not a lot of snow out there. Typical, kind of. But what there is quite pretty. These fresh new snowdrifts are gorgeous. And always fun to find animal tracks. Down along the river, it was kind of misty, and a bit colder. Nowhere near as much flowing water down this far. If you listen carefully, you can almost hear the ice grinding. But in the riverine forest a little further on, I found this little downy woodpecker. And what I thought was just a couple of mule deer, turned out no, there was a whole bunch of them there. Something spooked them from down in the river valley, and all of a sudden there was a whole herd of them. The late afternoon light lit them up really nicely. Yeah, late afternoon. Even though the solstice has passed and the days are getting longer, it still gets dark pretty early. So I ended my trail here at the Carsland Weir. Downstream from there, open water, and plenty of birds like these Canada geese. I do think I heard a swan there, though. I'm going to have to go back and check. Yeah, 2025 has pretty much come to an end. But the river, it still keeps on flowing. See you all next year.